Yo, what's going on YouTube? Today I have a little throwback for us. It is my very first dub on Caldera. A lot of you guys have been asking me how I get so many solo dubs, so I decided to break it apart, go over some tips, strategies, what perks I use, what gun I rely on when it's only me out there. Drop a comment if you guys like this type of content and let us know of any other things that you guys might be struggling with. And of course, if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to stay in the know. Catch me live Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. Central. Truly appreciate all the love that you guys showed me in 2021. Let's make sure that we kill it in 2022. And I'll see you guys out there. Peace, love, positivity. Mwah. Alright, to start off, I want to talk about a couple of things that I feel a lot of people neglect to do whenever they're landing or choosing where to land. I highly recommend that you get familiar with 2 to 3 areas, POIs, whatever the case may be, and here's the reason. There will always be a second, third, fourth, and sometimes even fifth party that joins anytime that you shoot your gun. You have to just have that mindset, be ready for the next one. Be ready for the next one. And the easiest way to do that is understanding how to navigate your terrain so that when you're running around to plate or reload your guns, because both of them are going to be out at some point, the loot that is available at ground is going to be good enough to kill, but not good enough to kill the second, and almost never is. Those 30 bullets, and the reload does take an animation process. So please make sure that you understand your POIs so that you can navigate safely and rejoin that fight when you're ready. The second point here is understand that almost everybody is going to try to beeline to any of the loot boxes, maybe any loot on the ground, to get that gun. So do not be shy to land right behind somebody, because chances are is they're going to beeline to something and you're going to be able to pick up an easy 1 or 2 kills off rip with your pistol. A big part of this is making sure that your mental is good, because you don't always win your fights. I should have won that too. Take a deep breath in, and then you kill it in the gulag and you come back. My loadout did get sent halfway across the world and almost off the map, so that was fun. Now this brings up a really good point. I'm about to go ahead and check the perks, and we can talk about why I selected this gun and the different perks that came with it. Now, I chose the STG. If you want the loadout, it'll be at this video. You can go and check that out. It's the same loadout for the STG that I've been rocking since this dub. The most important part to remember about your loadout is your perks. I feel like you can do this with any gun that you're comfortable with. And the thing that makes a difference will always be the perks. So here, there are a couple of options that you can go. For the first option, you can either go quick fix, which I think is very important at the beginning when people are third partying you when you land, or when you're in quads, duos, trios. Obviously here we're in solos. I still had quick fix. I interchanged them between cold-blooded and quick fix. So cold-blooded will make sure that you're not triggering anybody's high alert, which if you notice, that is my standing perk. That is always going to be my secondary perk whenever I'm not running overkill. High alert is something so vital, I think, on this new map where there are so many places for people to hide, including bushes. You don't know the amount of times that I've been killed by a bush Wookie. So high alert is probably my go-to. I choose it over ghost almost, I want to say 9 times out of 10. Now the combat scout, that's been a standing one too here, because they can go behind a bush or I'll lose sight of them. It is so easy for me to continue my tracking on this person or on this individual with combat scout. Without it, I feel like I would lose sight of maybe like 90% of people that are running behind shrubbery. Right, so those are going to be my perks. In terms of lethals right now, either a throwing knife and then of course flash. You can interchange flash for the stuns. Again, it's whatever you're most comfortable. I've noticed that with flash, it's easier for them to be a little bit more disoriented, especially when console players can still push through a stun with their aim assist. But again, personal preference all the way. Here you saw a pretty easy kill. I had seen him already go down to those tents. And then one thing about this specific mode and this specific map is that you will probably have a fire sale at every single game that you play. It is going to be so important. If you have the cash, go for the advanced, always. before you get yourself. Okay, you can get the selfie, sure, but make sure you pop that first UAV first, look around, because everybody's gonna be running to these buys. You need to make sure that you're on your toes. You don't want to be caught with your hand in the cookie jar. These were pretty simple. Again, I have enough money for another UAV. As you're killing people, you're gonna have enough money for UAVs throughout, even with the increase from 4K to 6K. High alert, you saw there, saved me. These guys on the cliff were a little bit unaware where I was. There was people that were coughing, there was people below us. You can't really hear them, but there was more fights going on underneath that bridge. So there was gunshot that was disorienting everybody. And then of course, we get to the final moment, and this is where you have to really train yourself, and it's from being here often to breathe. Understand that the rotation is always going to be random. You can never predict that. You can always hope that it pulls to you. But here, I'm under the team that is fighting, and there's no way safely for me to get to them, even though I know that they're fighting. And that's the best time for you to approach this fight, is when they themselves are fighting, and you can just third party when they're still down, when they still don't have plates, they haven't healed, they haven't reloaded. It is much simpler for you to reach them there. But here, you can see that I would put myself in a bad position by trying to get up, especially when I'm at the edge of the zone that's pulling. So I played this by pulling to zone and just trying to see if I can get them jumping off, or as they were approaching, because I was going to have to beat them. Rotation here was going to be the smarter move, and it's breathing and not acting on impulse, because at the end it's going to be very easy for you to do that, and then just winning your 1v1, which you should be doing by this point already. The sigh of relief. I was holding my breath there towards the end as I was having the fight, but overall, these are the tips and tricks that I can think of that I've been using for my solo games. This was going to be the original loadout video, which is why I'm trying to give you guys my little loadout thing. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. Let us know if you like the content by dropping a comment below. And if you haven't already liked and subscribed, what are you waiting for? I'll see you guys out there. Peace, love, positivity. Mwah. Imagine I wasn't recording. Oh.